Focaccia is an oven-baked flatbread which is puffy and made from a simple dough. Basic focaccia bread requires only few ingredients: flour, water and oil, and salt to taste, and yeast as a leavening agent. Now the good thing about this recipe is that it requires no kneading. This flatbread is also a great option for novice bread makers as it can be prepared easily and does not require any fancy shaping. This video will show you how simple and easy it is to make a focaccia bread at home. We can make any sort of bread in 5 simple steps. The first step is to prepare the dough. The second step is to let that dough sit and rise for the first time, which is the first proofing. And the third step is to divide and shape the dough. Here in this recipe, we don't need to divide the dough as we are using a very small quantity of dough. And the fourth step is to let that shaped dough sit and rise for the second time, which is the final rising. And the final step is to bake the bread. So the first step is to prepare the dough, and for that we need to activate the dried yeast and then mix together all the rest of the ingredients. So yeast always need a sweet and warm environment to bloom up. So here I've taken 1 cup of warm water into which I've added 1 tablespoon of sugar and half a teaspoon of yeast, and stir them well and keep it aside for the yeast to get activated. Now our yeast got activated, and let's add 1 teaspoon of salt and 2.5 cups of plain flour into this and combine them together. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil into this. And now our dough is ready for the first proofing. So wrap it with a plastic film and keep it aside in a warm environment for about 5 to 6 hours for the first proofing. As this is a no-knead bread, it requires a little longer proofing time than a regular bread. So now our dough has risen well, and all we have to do now is to gently degas the dough and transfer this onto a lightly greased baking vessel. The third step is to shape the dough. Once the dough is in the pan, grease your fingers with some olive oil and flatten it out to make it evenly spread. And now let that dough sit and rise and become puffy. It may take around 60 minutes. In the meantime, let's prepare a simple topping for our focaccia bread. So finely chop some garlic and pour 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil into this. It's been 1 hour and our dough has puffed up. And then drizzle some olive oil on the top of our dough. And using your fingers, make dimples all over the dough. And then drizzle over the rest of the garlic and olive oil. and then sprinkle with some flakes of sea salt on the top of it. And now our dough is ready for the final step, that is to bake the bread at a 425 Fahrenheit preheated oven for 30 to 35 minutes. And when it's done, it will be starting to go golden brown in places on top. And if you want it more crispier, you can bake it for another 3 to 4 minutes, but not longer than that, otherwise it will become dry. And you can make the bread thinner or thicker according to how we shape the dough or according to the shape of our baking vessel. And make your bread thin if you want to get a crispy crusted focaccia that is great for dipping or to spread in with some creamy toppings, or make a thicker focaccia bread that is perfect for making sandwiches. These focaccia breads are best when eaten fresh and warm just out of the oven. I hope this video helped you. I hope you will try this at home. I'm sure you will love it. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and please share this recipe with your friends and family. And please don't forget to subscribe this channel so that you won't miss any upcoming recipes. Thank you so much for your love and support, and thanks for watching this video, and see you next time.